Welcome to the Microlite BackupEDGE video training series. The training series is designed to help you understand and get the most out of BackupEDGE. This lesson is on learning to manipulate tape libraries, autoloaders, and changers from the operating system command line and from user programs and scripts using the edge.changer program. The technical term for this class of storage devices is medium changers. During this lesson, we'll use the term changers to refer to all devices in this category, unless referring to really large libraries. In this lesson, we are going to review changer terminology, learn to move tapes around in the changer from the command line using the edge.changer CLI or command line interface, learn to move tapes around in the changer from scripts and programs using the edge.changer API or application programming interface. And finally, we'll learn to use the edge.changer API to automatically insert a tape head cleaning cartridge into a drive and remove it. Please note that this is part 3 of a 3-part lesson. The other 2 parts are separate videos covering learning to detect and configure changers in Edge menu, and using changers in both Edge menu and scheduled backups. Let's quickly review the 4 basic terms used to describe the parts of a changer, which are called elements. All element addresses start at 0 and increment by 1. DT, or data transport elements, are the tape drives. There may be more than one in a changer. The first tape drive is referred to as DT0, the second as DT1, and so forth. ST elements are the slots that store the tapes. The first slot is ST0, the second is ST1, etc. In most normal instances, it is possible to move a tape directly back and forth between slots and tape drives. In other words, ST and DT elements. These are usually the only element types that you'll need to work with. Some devices have an IE element. The import-export element is used on larger libraries to insert or remove tapes without opening the door or doors. Medium transport elements, or MT elements, are the robotic arms or other mechanisms used to move tapes between the other elements. Although detected and supported by BackupEDGE, it is almost never necessary to directly address this element type except on the largest of libraries. Please note that BackupEDGE has no practical limits on the number of elements of any type that may exist in a changer. Edge.changer requires root permissions to run. This is because it issues low-level SCSI commands that are not accessible to regular users. The full path name of the program is /usr/lib/edge/bin/edge.changer. It is symbolically linked upon installation as /user/bin/edge.changer. Since this is normally in the user search path, for this demo, we'll use it just by typing edge.changer. You may want to use full path names in scripts and programs. The edge.changer command line consists of at least one command argument, potentially one or more elements or barcode labels, and the changer resource name, typically changer 0. The simplest command, show, displays the current status of all elements along with the barcodes of any tapes that have one. Usage is edge.changer space show space changer 0. The init and eject commands have the same syntax. Edge.changer space init space changer 0 will rescan all the elements in the changer, while edge.changer space eject space changer 0 will eject the tape drive's magazine or magazines. The unload command requires a DT element or tape drive element, for instance, edge.changer space unload space DT0 space changer 0. The move element requires a source element or barcode and a destination element. In this instance, we're moving from ST6 to DT0 in the changer. Arguments are stackable and read from left to right. For instance, the last command here will, in order, show the current element status, move a tape from slot 6 to tape drive 0, and then show the new element status. Let's go live and do some testing. Let's try a simple show command. Edge.changer space show space changer 0. In this case, you'll see that we have a tape in the DT0 tape drive element, and it belongs in the ST3 storage element or slot. To move it back to the ST3 slot, we would type edge.changer space unload space DT0 space changer 0. We'll pause and wait for this to complete. And now we're complete. Let's issue the show command again and see the results. Now we'll note that the tape drive DT0 is empty and slot ST3 is now full. To place a tape from slot 14 or ST13 into the tape drive, we would issue the following command. Edge.changer space move space ST13 space DT0 space changer 0, and we would wait for the results. Now we're finished, so let's reissue the show command to see the results. Remember, we could have added the show command to the move command in order to both change and show the results at the same time. Here again, we'll now see that slot ST13 is empty and the tape drive DT0 is full, and the tape that's in it came from ST13. Practice yourself using other edge.changer commands. The Edge.changer API, or Application Programming Interface, uses the same command set as the command line interface. Adding the -terse flag switches Edge.changer's behavior from English responses to API responses. In other words, all responses are returned as environment variables instead of English responses. These variables can be parsed by shell scripts or user programs to provide the information necessary to monitor and control the changer. The simplest command, -terse space show, returns the changer status, the current status of all elements, along with the barcodes of any tapes that have one, as a list of environment variables. Here's the -terse space unload command, which simply unloads the tape drive and returns the error code. And here's a move command, which again, by itself, returns nothing but an error code. Looking at these commands, you can see that we've wrapped them in the eval command just to get results into a program. When using these commands in the API, we don't recommend stacking. This is because the command will stop after an error and return only the error code. Always check for the return code of a command, then issue another -terse space show command to update the current status in your program. Let's go live. Here is the Edge.changer show command with the -terse flag in front. Edge.changer -terse space show space changer 0. It scrolls off the screen and we can't see everything, so let's clear the screen and use the column command in the shell to help us display everything on one screen. Edge.changer space -terse space show space changer 0 pipe column. Note that the screen shows the number of elements of each type, and for each element, the status, where 0 equals empty and 1 equals full, as well as the barcode or private volume tag, if one exists, for each tape. There is also a variable that shows the return location for each DT element currently loaded. And finally, a variable exists indicating that this changer indeed has barcode support. Let's look at a very short script to help us see how to use the variables. The first line of this script runs the Edge.changer command with the -terse space show flag and puts the results in the environment. The second reads and displays simply the number of tape storage elements that exist in the changer. So let's run the script. Here you'll see the results. The script has told us that there are 16 tape storage elements. Try the different commands we learned about as a test. One other note, the API used here is shared by many other BackupEDGE internal commands. For instance, the edge.tape command can read the tape drive status directly into a user program just by adding the -terse flag to its command usage and evaluating the results. Here's a quick example. Here is a simple script fragment to clean tape heads from a cleaning cartridge stored in a slot. This example assumes a cleaning cartridge is stored in slot 16. This short script automates the process of inserting a cleaning cartridge, waiting for a minute, and then putting it back. Remember that cleaning cartridges only have so many cleanings in them. Check the number on the packaging and keep track. For instance, if the cartridge is designed for 20 cleanings and you run the script weekly, replace the cartridge every 5 months or so. Many people forget to do this, and worn-out cleaning cartridges do nothing. You now know how to manipulate tapes from the command line, scripts, and user programs using Edge.Changer. Additional information can be found in Section 30 of the BackupEDGE User Guide, found at www.microlite.com. Remember, Part 1 of this 3-part lesson series shows you how to configure changers in the operating system and in BackupEDGE, while Part 2 addresses using changers to manipulate tape within Edge menu and in automated backup schedules. Thanks for watching Part 3 of this lesson. Enjoy using our products. Please check www.microlite.com for additional information and more videos.